It's all brought to you by our friends at LifeBridge Health Sports Medicine Institute, where they do orthopedics and concussions. But I'm going to check Jeff Garcia into the ER here at some point. You know him as the quarterback that used to drive us and everybody else nuts across 2 countries and 1 continent. You're a little under the weather, dude, so I'm just going to be kind to you. I can hear it and see it. And somewhere out there's a video. People can go out to YouTube, Google my name and your name. You came in for the Ed Block Awards, and you hung out and talked to me back, I think, after you were running around with the Eagles, beating somebody's ass. I mean, because that's what you did.
I think it was Tampa Bay, actually.
Tampa, maybe. Okay, that's where you were. But you are here talking about CBD. Which is something I talk about with one of my clients in Curio Wellness, which we promote locally. The world is changing for how we view cannabis, how we view medicine in all sorts of ways. Yeah,
absolutely. And what we have is a product that we're launching this week, Guardian. It's a sports hydration drink, and it has 25 milligrams of CBD from the hemp plant. Now, the hemp plant and marijuana plant are different. Doesn't have the THC psychoactive elements to it. Hemp was approved by the Farm Administration in 2018 by the president as a totally legal plant, and what comes out of hemp is CBD, and it has all the elements that come out of the marijuana plant as well outside of the THC. So, you know, when you're looking at something that can be effective for the brain as far as recovery, protectant, an anti-inflammatory that helps your body recover outside of an Advil or a Tylenol, which this is 10 times stronger than an Advil or Tylenol, and doesn't have the ill effects that those drugs can have on your liver through constant use over time. So we've developed a drink that we're launching here in the next couple months for the public, but announcing it here at Super Bowl, great opportunity for us to come in, sponsor the Wounded Warrior flag football game tonight, hand out drinks, just, I guess, educate people.
Sure.
Like I'm being educated on CBD and how it helps the body.
Well, come on, man. You were a guy when you were a player, much like anyone who excelled doing what you were doing. This was about your body, right? I mean, you were always on the edge. Look where Brady is at this point, a contemporary very much. How old are you, Jeff?
I'm 48.
40. I thought they were a little younger than that even, but I mean, very much contemporary of Brady and the TB12 and all that he's doing. Everyone in your space is trying to do something to feel better and be better. Right?
Absolutely, absolutely. And you're looking at ways that are positive. I mean, this is something that the NFL doesn't take a proactive stance in doing what they need to do in order to benefit and help their players. You look at a lot of retired players suffering from CTE. There's the TBI situations with military, traumatic brain injury.
Sure.
You know,
we talk about those all the time.
Things that we suffer from as athletes who play in a competitive physical sport environment. And what can we have access to that is legal, that is approved, that is not behind the scenes, not under the table, nothing like that.
Well, I mean, come on, in your era, I mean, the Brett Favre and Vicodin and what's going on with opioids in our country right now. Sure.
Right? And, the
but
problems.
People who in your line of work are in pain a lot, though. There's no way that's going to we're going to take that. And how we treat that pain is going to define what's going to happen to this league over the next quarter of a century, in my opinion, right?
No, absolutely. I've been fortunate to Vicodin or any sort of mask.
But it was offered to you.
But it was there. It was accessible.
Sure
absolutely. And I never abused it. But there are guys that got caught up in that and did abuse it because they were in a lot of pain. They were trying to mask it for the next situation that they had to put themselves into.
But there's a stigma also that there's something wrong with them, or they were trying to treat their pain, which is what you're here talking about right now, which is trying to treat. And I guess the addictive part of all of that is, you know, kind of scary for some of your contemporaries and people you've seen in your space, right?
Well, it is scary. You see the results of it when these guys are turning into their 50s and 60s, how it's affecting their bodies, how their bodies are shutting down, their minds are shutting down.
You just sound awful. You feel great.
I feel great. And I